Those two investments represent about 15% of our assets, about 10% for Tesla, 5% for SpaceX. Um, I watched this with puzzlement, everything that's happening, but I think that one element that is going to be important for Elon is that he will be able to, he understands where there's unusual spending that's much greater than it should be, and how that can be corrected. Pretty easy, actually. You have a lot of cost-plus contracts. So they can be changed to the way contracts work for SpaceX, where they take the risk instead of the government. So cost-plus contracts don't work very well for the person who's contracting. Okay, so if you have a cost-plus contract, what that is that you agree to do services for the government, they give you a price.
Well, those two investments account for roughly 15% of our total assets, with SpaceX accounting for 5% and Tesla for 10%. I've been fascinated by everything that's going on. But I believe that one thing that will be crucial for Elon is that he knows where strange expenditure is occurring, where spending is far higher than it should be, and how that can be fixed. Actually, it's quite simple. There may be modifications to the way contracts operate for SpaceX, where they assume the risk rather than the government, since you have a lot of cost-plus contracts. Therefore, cost-plus agreements are not very beneficial to the party entering into the contract. Alright, so if you have a cost-plus contract, you go out there and find a number of subcontractors to perform this work for you after you agree to provide services for the government, and they give you a price. As a prime contractor, you receive 12% of the total profit from subcontractors, so the longer they take and the higher their cost, the better off you are. You want prices to be higher? For instance, the government was sending a program that aimed to transport people to and from the International Space Station, or ISS. Approximately 10 years ago, they awarded two contracts, one to Boeing for $4.3 billion and another to SpaceX for $2.1 billion a year later. Since then, SpaceX has made 40 trips back and forth. They couldn't get their soldiers back after Boeing's first visit, right? We therefore had to go save them. That contract has now cost $18 billion, by the way. It should have cost $11 billion, but it will end up costing $98 billion or $88 billion. Consequently, they profit when something takes longer and costs more. If something goes wrong at 4:30 on a Friday, SpaceX employees stay at work until it's fixed. It's 4:30 at the other locations. Let's leave now. And since it's government money, not theirs, they don't give a damn. The first step is to eliminate cost-plus contracts. The second is that regular launches are necessary if you wish to travel back and forth, send 1 million people to Mars, and so on. Additionally, you must use your websites frequently, daily even. Additionally, it slows you down if you have to go get licenses each time you launch. Planes are not required to obtain permits each time they take off. You're not capable of it. It's large. In essence, regulations must be changed as well. Therefore, more sensible restrictions must be in place than the ones that are currently in effect. Additionally, you must have different, this cost-plus contract nonsense needs to be eliminated. I believe that his opinions were similar to mine. I no longer identify as a Democrat. But yeah, for a long time, his opinions were similar to mine. However, I believe that unions, such as the UAW and teachers' unions, have taken over the Democratic Party. A year or two ago, the White House hosted an EV summit, which was one of the most intriguing things as everyone has been talking about it. And during that time, they invited the top electric vehicle experts to meet with President Biden in the White House. Additionally, Musk was first invited but later denied. And Mary Barra was, commended for being the pioneer in conversion. Although I adore Mary Barra, she produced 29 cars during that quarter, including 29 electrified vehicles. We completed 300,000, and it was she who received the invitation. She was also commended for being the driving force behind the switch from gasoline to electric vehicles. It's not enough to merely watch Tesla's remarkable rise from the sidelines. With the most recent information on Tesla, stock price targets, innovation, and all things Elon Musk, Seeking Alpha is the one-stop shop for Tesla bulls and those with an eye for finding the next big thing in the stock market. Our channel may receive a commission if a customer makes a purchase after clicking on the affiliate links in the description. The UAE says, I don't want Elon Musk in the White House, which explains why. As a result, there are numerous interested parties that have responded, no, it doesn't work for me to have someone who's not even. The reason why the UAW has failed to unionize Tesla's plants is because the workers there are getting richer as a result of owning Tesla stock. The same is true for SpaceX. Therefore, if someone is doing well where they are, you cannot unionize them. A total of 5.8 million individuals applied for 30,000 positions at SpaceX and Tesla last year. A population of 5.8 million and 30,000 jobs. They have. SpaceX likely has 15,000. Tesla may have 150,000. But they had 5.8 million. Consider the greatest individuals they hire, the best performers. Furthermore, how can you take individuals like that and turn them into union members when they are only taking advantage of a job that isn't particularly interesting? They have a lot of policies. I'm an independent. They have a lot of policies that I disagree with. I'm not entirely sure where the anti-Israel policy originated from. In my opinion, if someone is exceptionally gifted and puts in a lot of effort, they need to benefit from the inclusion rules. And, democratic policies. They want to say, okay, we'll lift you up if someone is struggling. I have no problem giving others a chance. Taking something from someone who has put a lot of effort into earning what they have and giving it to someone else bothers me. I don't believe he's doing a lot of advising at the moment because this is an advisory position. I don't believe, I'm not sure how involved he is in selecting the individuals assigned to these positions. Well, but we had a humorous part planned, so he was supposed to show up. I previously told you about this. Well, our original plan was to perform a Saturday Night Live open. I informed him about this after that. Why don't we spend 30 minutes discussing the future instead, he asked. All right, fantastic, I said. Then yesterday they called and said, oh, he can't do it. He's in Mar-a-Lago. It is impossible to plan, depart, enter, or obtain. According to SpaceX employees, he never skips a meeting. He attends these gatherings as a result. Tesla is no different. How he manages to accomplish all of this is beyond me. Fantastic. He accomplishes amazing things. However, I believe that SpaceX will be. I believe that over the next 15 years, we will make 20 times as much in SpaceX. In the next 6 or 7 years, I believe we will quadruple. Is it possible for it to be too large? Yes. I'm always watching, I guess. However, I do believe that we will have a lot more money to handle. Therefore, it will be diluted by the fresh money that comes in. I'm constantly considering how big the role ought to be. Indeed. Since Joe enjoys driving his Porsche, I am aware that he is not a huge fan of electric vehicles. Well, but I believe that every vehicle will be electric. Additionally, this hybrid, in my opinion, is really a kind of hold-off measure to spare automakers from having to incur losses on electric vehicles. However, I believe that in 10 to 15 years, all cars will be electric. Additionally, I believe hybrids. I know you adore hybrids, will not endure. They're not effective enough, and they're too costly. Furthermore, they will not be included in the mix. Thus, everything will be electric. What I believe will happen is that the stock will decline for reasons other than the quarter. Being up 1% in a year when the market is doing so well isn't that exciting. I don't care about the short term, you know. Morgan Stanley had previously listed Tesla as one of its top 3 picks for 2023, emphasizing the company's potential for future growth and the associated prospects. The investment group still views Tesla's shares as a chance for value growth in spite of the company's recent difficulties with its valuation. Even though the stock is quite bullish, it's crucial to remember that they are merely forecasts and do not ensure the stock price. Therefore, before making an investment, be sure to conduct your own research. How do you currently feel about Tesla's stock? Please share your thoughts in the comments box below. Go ahead and click on the next video that appears on your screen to learn more about what Tesla has been up to in recent days. See you there.